Andrade got a good push. He was used. Other than that, Teddy's girl, Jade Cargill, is probably next to Cody and CM Punk, the only three graduates of AEW that have made a huge dent in WWE.
All right, let's talk about something else here. Bill, you had a problem with Mariah May last week, and we talked about that, or now Blake Monroe, who is now in WWE.
Yeah.
And I understand you have a similar problem with two other people.
Well, several other people. First of all, I want to thank the hundreds of fans that reacted on that video that we did, the Time Machine, last week, all talking about Mariah May, some of them saying give her a chance, and some saying that AEW would have used her right away. She's a big star there. Now she's a little fish in an extremely big pond. I would have liked to have seen her go right to the main roster because she was a star in AEW. But when I'm looking at a list that I made here of AEW people who have gone to WWE, I'm wondering why they're not being utilized so well. And it's mainly because there's just too many people on the talent roster. Let's look at Rusev. We were all waiting for him to come back. He's getting pinned. Okay, what about Fenix and Penta? They're supposed to be these incredible characters. I haven't seen Fenix in quite a while. Penta has not won cleanly in quite a long time. Mariah, Blake Monroe, what's he doing? She just turned heel. Ricky Saints, he did okay in NXT, but now what's he doing? Andrade got a good push. He was used. Other than that, Teddy's girl, Jade Cargill, is probably next to Cody and CM Punk, the only three graduates of AEW that have made a huge dent in WWE.
I still go back to what I said last week. I think that some of these talents that you're talking about that are not being pushed and utilized properly on the main roster probably should have gone and started in NXT first before they went to the main roster when they had a plan. Teddy, I would think that anybody coming from AEW to WWE, including former WWE people, need to get back in that system, and they need to learn it through NXT first. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that, and I think Bill Goldberg can attest to that. I'm pretty sure he went down there way before he had that last match and got himself, back in ring shape. So
at the Performance Center,
right at the Performance Center. So that's exactly where they need to go, bringing them up to the main roster when sometimes you know that they're not ready, but you take a chance on it anyway. You know what I mean? It's like a gamble. But like I said, to go through that Performance Center, I think that's the best way to go. And then once they clear you there, then when you come to the main roster, you got no problems.
And Bill, you mentioned Jade Cargill, and Jade, when she first came in, I mean, they threw her on the screen immediately when she came to the company, and she looked fantastic, but she was not ready. And they've had to work with her quite hard over that time since then, because it's a hard time pushing her to get her to, go over.
What people have to really understand about this job, it is on-the-job training. Okay, right. That's anything. Right. When you're on those live events and stepping into that ring, you're going to school right there. That's school that night. A lot of people don't know that. The thing that they do before WrestleMania, they have a ring set up in one of the rooms there before the next day, and the guys, they don't do all of them, but most of the guys are the matches that Vince wanted to look at or Hunter wants to look. They rehearse those matches, and they do them right there in that hotel room so that they make it so at WrestleMania, you ain't got no problem. You already know what's happening.
In a big conference room, they're doing this with the ring up there, not in their hotel room, actually. But
I don't. You know what I mean? I said they got a room in the hotel, like one of the big conference rooms. Right. They can't get a ring in somebody's room.
Yep. But do you think a lot of the fans that commented about Mariah May saying that we're not giving her a chance, she just got started in NXT, and I get it, but I think that aura of superstardom just isn't glowing in her yet.
No, because she shouldn't have been brought into the company the way that she was. They force fed her right away.
But that's NXT.
A lot of times they come in too. A lot of times they come in, they're stage fright. A lot of people don't really know that, but they're scared to death, some of those kids, man. I'm telling you.
And don't get me wrong, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's great to look at. I just don't think she's ready for the main show yet. And that's why I think NXT is a perfect place for her. If she's not getting over, and I never thought she was that big of a star in AEW. I said that last week, and I did. Yeah, I think she did great, but I don't think she was that big of a star.